Hey, what's up you guys? Gianna here. This isn't going to be a funny video or anything like that. I just want to let you all know now. Um, it's not going to be funny or sarcastic at all. Because this past weekend, my home was attacked. And I don't know how many of you know this or how many of you watch my videos or how long you've been watching my videos, but I am from Orlando. Originally, I was born and raised there. All my friends are, not all of them, but most of my friends are there. And this past weekend, someone came into my home and attacked the people I love. I was one of the people lucky enough not to have someone who I was friends with or who was my family in that club that night, as far as I know. I still haven't heard back from everyone, but they're not on the victims list so far. Hopefully they're okay, and those people who in your life who just don't use social media very often. So, and I want to make this video because I have this platform. Granted, not a lot of people watch, but some people do. Some people watch. And that should be enough to at least get something out there instead of I maybe it's just screaming into the void. I don't know. It might be. But something has to change. This has been happening far too often, and I don't I don't know what to do about it. I am 21 years old. The thing is, I just turned 21 on Thursday, and I was out in downtown Orlando with my friends, and I was out this weekend with my friends. And so that's really scary that if that that terrorist decided to go somewhere else to where I was, I might be dead too. And, before I went out this past weekend, my mom was freaking out because of the Stanford rapist and that whole thing. And she was so worried about me and, make sure you watch out for your drinks. And now she has to be worried for an entirely different reason. That if I decide I want to go out with my friends, that someone could just walk in with an assault rifle and shoot me and my friends, or shoot people around me. And if that guy went into a different bar, a different day, I might not be here. And I'm very lucky that I am. And I'm really sad for what happened. And I'm not trying to make this about me at all. That's not the intention of this video. The intention of this video is something has to change. And I don't know what it is, and I don't know how, but making this video makes me feel like I'm not just screaming into the void right now. People who are on the no-fly list, who are under, watch from the FBI and all that, are allowed to go buy assault rifles and shoot people because we let them. Because our elected officials are the ones who chose that. They are a part of the problem. It's so easy to feel so numb to it because it happens all the time. But you really feel it when it's your home. We said after Sandy Hook, when all those children who were in a school got shot at and killed, we said this was never going to happen again. We said we would change things. And I think the problem is, and to be totally honest, I think the problem that's happening is when we bring up one issue, like gun control, it also brings up all of these other issues, and then it just gets really overwhelming because we don't have any of the answers. And like I said, I don't know what needs to change, but something needs to change because people are dead now. 50 people. I think the official report is 49 people were shot and 53 people were injured and are in the hospital still because someone was horrible, because that person had access to an assault rifle and to weapons, and weapons that could hurt people, and went into a place that's for fun, that's for having a good time, that you go in to have fun, you go in to dance, you go in to meet people. And now 50 of those people are dead. Thank you to everyone who donated blood. Thank you to everyone who donated to the GoFundMe. Thank you to everyone who's trying to do something. But I don't have the answer. I don't know what to do to help change this. But something has to change. This can't keep happening. We can't keep having this many mass shootings all the time, where friends and children and families get torn apart because someone decides they don't like something. And back on what I was talking about before, about how it brings up multiple issues. It's been said, that the shooter, the terrorist, was, driven by homophobia. But there have also been reports that it was driven because he was an ISIS supporter or something like that. And that's what I mean. Like, that brings up multiple issues that we have to address at some point and need to address and just haven't. And they keep getting brought up, these issues, and we just don't have the answers for them. But we need to find the answers, because this is getting to the point where it's unacceptable. It's just completely unacceptable. I understand people are like, they don't want their rights to be infringed on, they want to be able to. But there's no reason that anyone should have an assault rifle. Any civilian. No civilian should have an assault rifle, should have access to something like that. And I know there are plenty of things where, call your senators, talk, get in contact with people, things like that. But unless we decide to do things when there aren't tragedies like this going on, nothing is going to change. And I don't know if anyone is even still watching at this point. But I'm just really sad, and I don't want anyone else to have to feel like this. When you think of Orlando, you think of a place for families, and you think of Disney World, and you think fun and good times. And now, one of the most deadly mass shootings in American history happened at a place like that, and that's not what should be the case.